Hey everybody, this is Way to Fail back with more Civ 5, where if you saw at the end of the last video where there may be a problem here, the Swedes have actually made it to their unique unit, the Carolean, which could be a little bit problematic because they are like Locust and they will just heal. Almost to the point where it's making me debate my first war target being Jakarta, which is already pretty weak. It'll give me a lot of happiness. There is actually some archaeological sites that I can start to go into, in fact. And that may not be an awful idea to maybe get some of that going here. If I can just throw an archaeologist up here just to try and start getting some of these sites. I don't need cultural sites. And fortunately, we don't have a situation I've run into in games past where I already built academies on top of archaeological sites. But yeah, from the looks of it, I only have one near my borders. But yeah, I think it may be better for me to go after Indonesia first. They're already pretty weak, and their cities that they have aren't bad. They're trying to take on Rome, which is pretty nice, and I don't have a declaration of friendship with them anymore. But we still do have some good stuff here. So I think if I can just stay on the Swedes' good side, let's go ahead and see if we can get a declaration of friendship. So yeah, now that I've seen their unique unit, which will kick the snot out of my army right here, probably better to try and get them to focus on Rome, and I'll get them later once I get up to infantry and all of that. So I gotta see if maybe I can get some good luck on some of my resources here. You'll notice that I actually haven't gone... I don't usually get industrialization early, but maybe it could have been good for factoring to try and reveal some coal. But for now, I'm trying to get good with Sidon. Leventa wants me to denounce Indonesia to try and be friends with them. How much do I have to do to get across? That's going to be a little tough. Alright, so they're irrational and religious. But if I denounce Indonesia, we don't currently have... We have some very valuable trade routes with them. But it's not going to be the end of the world here. So let's go ahead and denounce. Oh, I had a feeling I was wasting my time with you. Little did I know it would come to this. Alright, so Indonesia is now denounced. Hooray! That's a good start. So that's going to possibly at least give me a little bit of help with Leventa here. Oh, so don't get too close to Sweden? Well, that's too bad. My first target is going to be Indonesia now. 90 gold for 2. Let's actually see if we can... What will he want for ivory in that? Whoa. That's not awful. Let's see if I can do 4 gold per turn. I thought I put 4 gold per turn. That's weird. Alright. Well, I'll make this work. 3 in open borders. You know what? I can deal with open borders this time. If we're going to be friends, let's be friends. Now, a lot of my trading right now has been with Indonesia. And I do have some trade routes that are currently going through Jakarta, so I still need some time. Alright, so there's another caravan. Let's go ahead and send this to Stockholm. That gives them some science bonus, but I need the gold. Yeah, I really need the gold. I'm down to 32 gold per turn. Alright, so there's a mine. And here is a cargo ship. Let's see if I can actually move this ship over to... nope, not Akkad. To Durn will work from there. Because if I'm... Like I said, I just don't want to lose a lot of stuff here. I'm not going to make research agreements right now. I'm going to need money for upgrades. Dido is plotting against me. Well, good luck with that, Dido. I hope that goes well for you. Right, so there is Ormus getting in a fight with somebody. I mean, this is a pretty war-torn world right now. So Nottingham's not bad. Probably better, actually. We're going to have our Circus Maximus soon, so that's good. And we have Leventa, who's still pretty friendly to us. So yeah, it's funny, just seeing one little unique unit saying, uh-oh, I did miss my window. But we'll get it in time. So I don't really want... Once again, I don't want this city to grow way too fast. But I'm already working some pretty high production areas as well. So can I knock out a little bit more food? I don't want to knock out food. I don't want to knock out science. But I do want the public school to actually do its thing. You know, I'm a little stuck right now. I'll just do this. Need a little bit more. specialist. If I can get freedom and make that work, my cultural output stinks. But if I can get freedom, get some other people on board with freedom, I could be okay there. So iron for wine, you're an idiot. That's a fair deal.
No.
That's not a fair deal. You're right. You are a moron.
Would you be interested in a trade agreement with England?
Let's see here. I would be interested in a trade agreement with England. 7 gold per turn is fine. I've been doing that practically the whole game. So here, can I get... I can't get flat gold for you. But I can get 7 gold per turn. Let me just make sure I actually have 2 wines. There we go. Because the UI can be a little bit tricky. Yay, Rome does cause civil... That's what happens when you early backstab here. And Dido, I do actually... So it's weird, I have 2 wines. And do I actually still have my declaration with friendship with her? I do, but she doesn't have a lot of flat gold. Alright. So Ragusa wants La Venta bullied. We'll have something there before long. So I'm building a road to Sidon. That's pretty good. It's a little bit of gold, but they'll be paying for most of it. So let's see here. Their defenses are really, really low. And my defenses here are alright. And finally, the walls of Babylon could be worthwhile here. Because if he's going to come after anywhere, it's going to be after here. Still waiting for Chavez. I did forget to pop one of them. That opera house will be done pretty soon. So artillery, amphitheater, Akkad after the public school. Nippur looks like pretty much my other place, so that's going to have pretty high production. So let's go ahead and just get our... we want even more artillery. But we don't want to ditch the forge first. So yeah. That'll be good. Feeling pretty good about picking on Indonesia. Because they don't have a lot of strength. Don't need that. So 10 happiness. That's more of where we want to be. Would love Akkad to get the good religion. Really? I cleared a barbarian encampment. Are you serious? What barbarian encampment? Thank you, auto-exploring scout, apparently. Alright, so Mombasa is now pretty happy with me, I guess. Still allies there. If I can somehow make a trade route with Mombasa, that could work, but... yeah, I don't understand either. Let's build a road. Don't know if I can build a road through the oasis, but... we shall see. There we go, more wars. I like our score leaders getting into fights with one another right now. As Rome's just kind of everywhere. And it's probably going to be until later in the game before I can take him on. But he has so many cities that I do have a possibility of taking up past him. So here, do you want horses? You wanted my pretty horses before. No. Let's see here. 10 gold per turn. What'll make this deal work? What? Okay.
Go ahead.
So let's see here. 8 gold per turn for 5 horses.
I beg your pardon?
Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. No. Alright. I don't even have extra spices, so people don't want my horses anymore. That's okay. Just gonna keep on building. Keep getting some units from Sidon. Indonesia and China continue to be friends. Probably not going to be going for a domination victory at this rate. Probably going to be going more for a science, but I still need to take on some of my neighbors at this rate, because I do feel like I am teching pretty sufficiently. Do I actually not have oil in my borders? There's some oil down here. Oh, interesting. Okay, so he's settling down here. Not my favorite. Was really hoping for some oil. But... oh, well. I can't buy that tile. But at least I got some. Okay, 7 oil. That's pretty good. So 3 turns until growth. I'll get that resource and I'll be able to hook it up. Alright, I was about to say, I have plenty of deserts. There should be oil somewhere, even if it's on one of the farms. I can go and get you there pretty shortly. Do not want open borders. You're a backstabbing piece of shit. Actually, you know what? We'll keep this up for now. As long as I have a spare wine. You should be guarded. So let's see here. Do we almost... We're almost there. Almost there. Alright. And it's almost time for another policy here. I'm not quite in the modern era yet. I'm going to need to... Like I said, I'm hoping to get railroads so that I can start getting some production bonuses and moving my units a little bit faster. But right now, we're just going to keep building the roads. Trying to put that in there. Do not want open borders, you backstabbing piece of crap. But Sidon being allies with me actually means that I can get their oil as well, so that's useful. Maybe they'll have uranium. Let's hear. The last game I played on Deity, it was actually a little ridiculous. I had a ton of iron early, but then I had none of the following. I had no oil in my borders, I had no aluminum in my borders, and I had no uranium in my borders. It was a nightmare. Alright, so oil well, +3 production. No city can actually work it, but the important thing is that I actually get oil. So Sidon will have oil too, once they hook it up and get it together. So Sidon proving to be pretty useful as an ally. Is now we haven't... Really? Indonesia is sending a cannon? Oh, that is so cute. Oh, wow. Alright. Rome, you will just go everywhere, won't you? So this one little area with the one little floodplain. But I have the wheat right now. Alright, so... Ragusa wants Vert to bully. That's not going to happen. That is so funny. So Rome went all the way down over there. I'm just going to have to raise that city, I think, at some point. I'm just going to have to deal with Rome just because Rome's being annoying. What needs orders? Cargo ship. To London, that's good. 55 gold per turn is still good. I'm getting quite a bit of a treasury. And actually, it looks like I have another potential trade route, so we will, I guess, go ahead and buy another cargo ship right now, just to try and get a little more gold per turn. It does pay for itself eventually. So farm here. And we want to start getting these archaeological dig sites because the AI is really going to troll me for some of these before too long. But yeah, it's going to be Indonesia time soon. Indonesia is guarded, has cannons. I'll let them take that out. I mean, Rome is an idiot for settling that. And I can actually build a road here. Railroad. Okay, so construct railroad's already a highlighted option. Alright. Another Safi. Pretty good. Another cargo ship. Let's trade with... might as well trade with these guys. China. Let's go ahead and move myself sort of over here because I have superior military. Wow, I really did not want to embark, but whatever. So Akkad's growing almost at public school range. Let me check my specialist real quick. Pretty good, pretty good. Could have one of them working a workshop. That doesn't seem like the best use yet, so... Wow, it's funny how much specialist I don't have working in my city, in my capital, but this is not a great food area. So let's see here. I do want that artillery built. I do want the other artillery built. And then, do we have any other cultural sites? We do have one more site. So I guess after Akkad's done here, perhaps, or after Babylon's done here, I could potentially build another archaeologist before I get to the amphitheater. because I'm going to start needing to build some museums before too long to get some of the stuff in here, but I want to deny these sites from the AI. So Indonesia has rifling. That's exciting. I should be okay. I mean, musketmen, not as good, obviously, but I'll be able to I'll have the gold to upgrade these guys before too long. So yeah, Adair's gonna fall. And let's see here. Maybe I can buy England into a war in a little while. So they're going for order. I don't know what our ideology status is right now, but delaying my time into the next era is slowing me down. You build when you build your third factory or enter the modern era, whichever comes first. And I never seem to get my factories in time. So we got our first artillery over here. And we got another Safi over here. Yeah, these musketmen are just going to have to wait a little bit. Because Ragusa, I want them to be my friend. I just want you to be my friend. And they want me to bully somebody. So that's not going to work. And I think I just killed a spy as well. That's one thing about the... And I cannot forgive you. So I'm just going for even more diplomatic issues here. Now you have a city that's right next to me. And like I said, I'm probably just going to raise that one. It's a pretty terrible city. Or I could give it back to Rome, but that just seems like a bad idea. Alright, so another great scientist. And like I said, I'm running out of good tiles to use for this late in the game, so let's go ahead. And how's my science queue looking? May actually, if I can pop him for over 3,000, I'm going to discover multiple techs here. So almost at industrialization as well, which those are pretty important. All right, so how good are we doing? We're going to have another great musician here in a little bit, which I'm not going to be able to use. But once again, my musicians guild is just not. No, Artist Guild we want. Musicians Guild, if I ditch that, this is what we get. So save it there for another time. And if I do this, I can get a public school. It's actually a decent desert hill tile. And I have some more workers somewhere, I thought. Where are my units at? Workers. What are you doing? Okay, you're building roads, you're constructing a farm, you're constructing a well. Okay. That'll do. Because I want these guys to be able to say, okay, we have some more stuff before too long. So next turn here. Citrus for wine. Let's make sure I actually have wine to trade. I do. There we go. Yeah, I bet he is plotting against me, especially when he's losing cities from everybody. And I discovered Buenos Aires. That's fun. And industrialization. Great musician was born anyway. Despite my best efforts, Sidon's really happy with me right now. And we have coal on our borders. Awesome. Alright, so here's our first archaeologist. We have another great musician, which will be good before long. Put you to sleep. Alright, so this city's just gonna die. And I'll see if I can actually steamroll. That's pretty good, actually. I'm impressed. Indonesia is actually pushing really hard against Rome, and Rome is just fighting everybody right now. Carthage, Ormus, Genoa. I really want to buy you into a war. Because I think that can break, really, another peace treaty. Well, I wouldn't mind him going to war with China too, but yeah, China's actually getting its butt kicked from the look of it. So we'll have to see here. China used to be my friend. We're still friends, but it's probably good that I didn't go into that research agreement with them. So there's some more coal right there. Just 3 coal. I don't need a ton of coal. I just need enough coal. And I don't currently have coal hooked up. The 8 turns for border growth right there. Should be pretty good, so... No jungle, that's fine. May adopt another policy. A little more happiness, pretty important. And then I should be in the modern era by the time I get the next one. Could use more culture than what I currently have, but whatever. Just working. Research agreement, that's terrible. Like I said, China, I think, is about to be wiped out. And Indonesia's finally flexing its muscle. Indonesia has Gatling guns. So now we're at the position of my military tech is a little bit behind. But my economy is good enough to where I can start, I don't know, doing some of this. I just hate upgrading crossbows to Gatling guns. It's so expensive. So freaking expensive. Here, do I have any other musketmen right now? Not that one. Unit list. Riflemen, no. So I only had 2. But I mean, I'm going to have enough artillery to just make short work of a lot of this anyway, because he only has cannons right now. And after steam power and railroad, we are going to be going for plastics, because that's research lab and infantry. And infantry is really fun to upgrade if you can get it. So we'll be in the modern era soon. And someone really doesn't want me to have Sidon, but that's not what we're going to be doing here. So yeah, it looks like it's going to be time for war here before too long. I do have a pretty good position on this here. The Gatling gun's a little problematic, but what unit needs orders? Guess I need you to move down there. No. Yeah, give you gold. No. Alright, so you have a lot of population here. We are just going to have to move through Ragusa. They'll have to get over it. Great artist born. Finally have some oil. And I think that's most of what I can do for my cities right now other than down here and starting to build railroads before too long. So there's another artillery. And I actually don't have great work slots, but I can pop a golden age, which I'm going to get one in 7 turns anyway. So, so this is a great artist. Oh, I already do have something in my palace. Okay. Well, I'll just have to use that for, I'll probably just use that for the golden age then. Alright, so riflemen. Alright, good enough. So we're gonna have some fun with you guys before too long. Alright, so let's get some coal. Really? Okay, so I guess Barbarian Privateer and Barbarian Brute. Looks like somebody's having some Empire happiness issues from the looks of it. So let's go ahead and make sure our bananas stay okay. Let's go ahead and move you over here. I think it's about to be time to strike in just a moment. Let's hear you. None of those tiles are being worked right now. Gonna have another great scientist pretty soon. Do I just go to war with them now? I do have a ton of I do have a lot of artillery. Just feel like I need to position myself just a little bit better here, because this artillery can go ahead and fire on that. And I can fire on those cannons. Can probably clear a lot of his military before this even goes. So let's see. This is 25, and that's just a cannon. I'm not too intimidated. Said his defenses are still pretty good, but I have freaking artillery. And I need to get a great general at some point, so maybe we'll just give it one more turn. Try and get this guy out of the way here, especially since I'm going to have one more artillery in a turn. Said I don't have a ton of riflemen, which is a little unfortunate, but can do a lot with a small army, especially if I play a waiting game at first. So caravan. I was really hoping for some better trade options at this point. Let's move you to Babylon. Okay, next turn. Great artist doesn't seem to be having a lot of luck here. Yeah, great art slots are kind of hard to come by. Let's hear, which worker are you? This worker. And I do have oil. I do have some other stuff up there. Don't really need to cut out the jungle. Can't really go down here. Can't really go down here. Let's go over here. Because I'm going to need to start building some railroads pretty damn soon. Which is exciting, especially since I'm going to be getting a great person before long. Indonesia's probably about to get pretty suspicious for what's going on here. And more research agreements. Alright, so the enemy is near. The enemy is doing what it's going to do, so an English caravel should be able to take care of that. And I guess if we are going to be going for a rifleman here, a little impatient. I've been waiting to declare war all game. So let's just go ahead and say, you know what, let's be exciting. Let's actually declare war. I think this is going to be enough. Somewhat problematic. I advise you to withdraw for the sake of future peace. Let's declare war. This gives me wine. This ends some trade routes. Okay, buddy. Wine ended, so I do have a spare wine now. Can I possibly trade it for dyes? There we go. Easy. What could possibly go wrong here? So first thing I do, there are a few threatening units that are here. Probably starting with set up for a ranged attack, and let's go ahead and see. Alright, so can I take you out? Pretty close, and I'd rather have my riflemen survive a little bit longer. Said I don't want to be... This is actually within bombardment range, so I should back up momentarily, but we'll do the stupid thing instead, because I can back up with these units in a moment. And I'm actually down to 11 gold per turn, so we'll see how that goes, because I'm going to need some more gold in a quick moment. As Babylon, actually, okay, I do have some more coal that I can hook up now, so let's go ahead and get that coal. And let's see, I don't really need my oil just yet, so who can I trade oil for? What will you give me for this? No. Pretty terrible. Thing is the hard part about being the tech leader is that people don't really value oil like maybe you'd expect. 14, okay, horses, iron, and gold resource. Yeah. We'll figure that out a little bit later. So let's hear who gets a promotion. And if I actually move you down here, I should be able to actually set up and fire on this. So, Gatling gun. I don't have any direct fire targets right now, but I'm probably going to need to move the riflemen back. So let's see here. Caravan as well. Let's play it safe. I do need some more gold, so let's go for Belgrade. And let's just fortify. Should be decent enough. Crossbowmen. Just put you on alert. Let's bring you down here as well. So this is going to be fun. We'll see how much warmongering a warmongerer like me can do. As my cities continue to grow here, I finally have a little bit of a military. And what in the hell is going on here? Somebody has got to be revolting. right now, because a barbarian Gatling gun is actually a really big problem.
Nations of the West hope that by means of...
But we're in the modern era, so this is something that hopefully I can deal with. Which means, unfortunately, I am going to need to upgrade this. So let's see here. Who else gets a promotion? Right now, I have units falling back. There's nothing to pillage, unfortunately, but let's see what we can get, because maybe I want to get out of bombardment range. First off. So let's see what we can do here. 1, 2, 3, and should be able to take it out with my... No! Cannot take it out with my gift unit. How many turns does it take? 2 turns for some ridiculous reason. Really? I guess it's that one magical river. Alright, well, let's see. I guess that Gatling gun gets to survive one more turn. That's unfortunate. Alright. I guess we will just fortify you until healed, and we'll go ahead and move up. And set up for a ranged attack next turn. May as well get accuracy 1. And mine this. And we got a golden age in 3 turns, so let's go ahead and put you down there. Put you to sleep. Yeah, who is super unhappy right now? I kind of want to know. Happiness. Somebody's down there. Maybe if we look at the World Fact Book, that'll give us a little bit more. Net happiness. Okay, I don't know what's up. I guess there's a barbarian camp that's just spawning ridiculous things right now. Because I don't like the Gatling gun coming after me here. So unit still needs orders. Alright. So there's their riflemen. Pretty good. Trade route plundered between Dur and London. So I'm losing gold now. That's okay. So lots of stuff going on here. Can fire on you and kill you. And have to unfortunately move one unit next to you, but then I can start doing some serious damage. So we do have an ideology. This is going to be a tough choice right here. We may actually stop this here because I really like freedom. But I want to look at the details here, because if I adopt freedom, chances are I am actually going to be succumbing to some pressure. Like I said, the details are going to be pretty important here. So I think this is actually a decent time to stop. I feel okay about the war that I have. I'm going to let Indonesia send whatever they need to me. Great Admiral's not going to do crap. But yeah, that's it for now. We're finally fighting something. I'm losing some gold. I'm going to need to work on that. But that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed it. I will see you all next time.